placards that have been brandishing all morning. And we are seeing members, more and more members of the police. There is a large contingent of the police, armed police, at this point. I guess this is the point where a barrier of sorts, where they should not, or they ought not to pass through. Now, we've seen this scene play out before. I'm not quite sure what is playing out here. I see here it says NPOP Reserve Western Cape. I guess that tells us how far afield that we've got police members from far and wide, if I am to take the literal explanation of that signpost. But as I said, as we walk down the street, I just want the viewer to see the presence of the police out here and how much they are. We see there are armed police, and also there are some armed supporters of the former president armed with their knobkieries. It looks like the police came here. They came here ready. We see him, Fundisi, Bishop Vusi Dube. Fundisi, how are you? I see.
I'm here to pray.
You are here to pray. Fundisi, how has it been in the morning? I see here there's a lot of police out here, and also there are some supporters of the former president singing war cries, Maguliwe, Maguliwe. Can we, are you not worried about a simmering tension here today?
Well, just now the police had stopped the cars. Here's General Mkhwanazi, who allowed the cars to pass. With the senior personnel in the province, I think working together with us, we are going to have peace. We'll be able to manage the people.
So how are you going to, can you safely say that you are in control of the crowds that are here, Mfundis?
We will be in control if we talk to each other, allow each other to work a system that is going to be synergized together with the police, together with the community, together with the community leaders. Here, there are members of the NEC, there are members of the provincial legislature. We believe working together, we are going to come out with a solution. Especially, as I've said, the police are here. We've been talking to them so that we have to broker peace all the time.
Clearly, Mfundisi, you are a member of the provincial parliament and you are masked currently, but the majority of the people who are out here are not masked. Should this message not be filtering from the leadership to tell the people to comply with the regulations given where we are currently with the third wave?
Well, you have said it mouthfully that I am masked, and we are trying to encourage everybody to mask. You know that sometimes it's very difficult to drive this message to people to mask, but we will make sure that all the time when we appear before the people, we'll continue to encourage them to mask so that they are safe. We know we are not happy about what is happening here with such a number of people, but what do you do in a situation like this? It's a volatile situation in the country, and if we are not here as leaders, we are going to see...
But you say, what do you do, Bishop? But can you not ask the people to stay at home and not gather in large numbers as they have done today, instead of appearing to be powerless when there is leadership?
We have told the people to stay. But what is happening in South Africa raises anger to everybody. Remember that we are a country of law, but the people do not understand all what is happening in court. Do you know that the people are here today, some of them, when you ask them why are you here, because they say because Babu Zuma is going to be arrested. You ask them for what? They say for whatever cases of corruption that we have been dealing with.
But why don't you explain to them why he has been sent?
Those people who are arresting him must be the one who must explain first. They must properly take time to explain to the people. Because if you sit in front of the TV and say all the statements that you are saying without filtrating the message to the people, you are going to cause the chaos that is going to be taking place here. But we are here to say we are going to stop any chaos happening. We trust the leadership of President Zuma to be a leadership that is going to make sure that where he is, there is peace. There's always been peace. He has always led people peacefully, and whenever there is a crisis, President Zuma will stand up and speak.
And Bishop, as a leader and as an MPL of the ANC in this province, you are saying that you are hoping for peace out here today, but at the same time, what is the purpose of being here today as the leadership and also as the organizers of this gathering today?
Well, this one is not an organized event. You know, I came here this morning as I was yesterday, a day before. I brought a group of pastors yesterday to come and pray with the Zuma family. I came today late to come to Zuma family to pray with them. And all of a sudden, I caught up with the crowd there, and people were rowdy and fighting, you know, whatever. And that is why I intervened. So that is why I was there, because I saw the situation. I was not even called to be talking, you know, to police to stop this. But we are there because we are responsible leaders. Nobody called these people. They read from the newspapers. They heard from you on TV that Comrade Zuma is going to be arrested today.
They came in transport organized by some of you and some of the organizers here.
This is one. There are no taxis here.
There are mini buses on the other side. I've seen them.
Well, I haven't seen them.
I came here to do my job.
I haven't seen, I haven't seen the taxis. But you know, when people are going to town in a taxi, they decided I ask some sholozi with the. They've organized themselves. This is a motorcade. It's not a march. It's not like people are being transported here.
All right, thank you very much.
What you can see, what is good now is you can see that the police are dispersing, because Commissioner Mukwana has told them it's not right to incite violence.
There you go. But how are they inciting violence? By enforcing the law, by making sure that there is compliance to rules. There are rules in this country. You said this is a country of law enforcement.
I asked them, because I wanted to be, you know, professional. I asked them, who sent you? They said they are sent by the commissioner. The commissioner was here just now. He said, I don't know anything about this. We cannot have police who are lying. They must not lie.
I guess at this point I must find General Mkonazi.
Please do. Please do.
Where did you say he was? Now that was Bishop Vusi Dube, who is the ANC MPL and one of the organizers of this gathering today. He is an age-old supporter of the former president. I'm trying to catch up with General Mkonazi, who is the commissioner in this province. General, if you don't mind just sparing us a minute of your time. This is General, sorry, if I could just steal a minute of your time. Are you not worried about the situation out here today, General?
What situation, sir?
The gathering of so many people and the fact that you are here as the police, only coming out today and not having been seen earlier in the week.
You haven't seen us earlier in the week. We've been here.
Okay.
The mere fact that you haven't seen us on TV, it doesn't mean we're not here.
Okay, I'll take that. But then, General...
Look, we are dealing with an unplanned thing, a crowd management situation. The moods of the people is different. You know, it's not a normal crowd management situation we're dealing with. So how we respond, how we react as the police, we need to be very careful. We don't want to draw attention away from what this is about. This is about the Constitutional Court. It's not about this gathering that's happening. But because people are feeling the manner they are feeling, they want to express whatever they want to express, and they forcefully want to be confrontational with the police. The police has to apply their operational situational awareness in order to deal with the situation. So if we go hard on them, it's going to turn away the whole attention of the court into the police. So it is important of how we manage the situation. Yes, there are disaster management regulations that you need to enforce. But as much as the media is crowded, is so many in this place to cover the story, so are the locals that are moving around and many other people that might be coming from different places. This is an open area. They can come in from all different directions. It becomes difficult for us to control people from coming.
And that's a good point, General. I understand the need to diffuse any possible tension and to come up with whatever tactic from your part. I just want to understand, though, General, are you saying now, as the police, you will not be surging forward, but you will keep a line at a particular point?
We cannot tell you our tactics. We'll keep that as a surprise. We won't be able to discuss and tell what our plans are.
But South Africans...
We are here as the police, and we are managing this operation in the best possible way we can. We've got a lot of cameras, we've got a lot of intelligence officials on the ground, so we are taking footages of just about every other suspect that we are going to pursue after this.
And General, the big question South Africans have, and that is exactly that, is the South African police here to keep law and order? Are your members on the ground to do that? Can you assure them that this situation is under control?
Look, I cannot say the situation is under control if you see the chaos. People shouldn't be here to start with. You know, they should not be part of this gathering, but they are. But in terms of our law enforcement, how we're dealing with it, in identifying the culprits behind this, is what we are busy doing now. Like I said, we've deployed a lot of intelligence officials on the ground, a lot of our camera members that are also operating on the ground, that are taking footages, so that after this, as we register cases, we're going to be pursuing those individuals. It doesn't matter where they come from. You come from Northwest, you come from Limpopo, you are here part of the chaos, we'll follow them after this.
So effectively, General, unequivocally, this will be followed up. There will be investigations in terms of the breaking of the law, insofar as the law is concerned.
Everyone that is part of the gathering at this present moment is committing a crime. So we are going to have all of them on record. We are going to have all of them pursued. We're going to follow.
Let me ask you a controversial question. You do know that another
that is General Mkhwanazi.
Because
it looks like General Mkhwanazi does not want to argue any more questions. That is the Provincial Commissioner, General Mkhwanazi, in this province of KwaZulu-Natal, saying that they are out here to diffuse the situation. They want to avoid a tense situation where there's a confrontation between them and some of the supporters of the former president. And I guess as we were walking down this road, showing you the amount of police that are out here today, it looks like they are here, they are armed, and but they do not want a possible confrontation, because where we are is a possible meeting point, is the point where the police met the crowd that was singing and shouting war cries of Maguli, where Ramaphosa said, loosely translated, saying let the war begin, because in any case Ramaphosa started the fight anyway. So that is the mood, I guess, on the side of General Mkhwanazi. They're trying to assure us as South Africans that the police have got this situation under control, that they've got enough intelligence to know what is happening, but it cannot be explicit enough to say that they can contain this situation. And I guess that underlines the volatility of this situation, and from their side they seem to be avoiding any possible confrontation. And we've heard some warnings from some political parties, the leader of the EFF yesterday making comments to say that they do not want to see bloodshed. They do not want to see another Marikana. And we also saw the National Freedom Party, which is a breakaway from the IFP, echoing similar sentiments yesterday. So, and I guess no South African wants to see any bloodshed, but at the same time, South Africans want to be assured that there is law and order in this country. We are a democratic country, and we do have laws, and we do have an overarching constitution which regulates how all of us behave, and the courts are there obviously to interpret the law and also to apply the law. And those are the basic tenets of a constitutional democracy. And what we are seeing here today, and what we are witnessing here, is a direct challenge obviously to that very constitution of the country. As to how it plays out, we are all out here. It's an unfolding story, and I keep making the point that this is part of South African history that is being written here today as the first drafters of that very history, as the reporters and the journalists of South Africa. We are out here on the streets of Ngalwa, and of course, as everyone can see, there is no adherence to COVID-19 regulations. There's no social distancing. There are no masks for most of the people, and in as much as we may try to avoid contact, but the reality is that that is the nature of storytelling. And we see now there are some supporters of the former president walking towards the homestead of KwaDunuse, where there is a larger gathering. That is where we are walking slowly towards to catch up with our colleagues on the other side just to get a sense of what is going on there. The motorcade has arrived. The members who came in that motorcade have disembarked, and I'm sure they've joined their fellow supporters outside the fellow president's home. And that is the state of affairs as things stand here in Nkandla. Tembegile.
Ngalwa, you've built up quite a fan base for yourself there in Nkandla. Let's park it there for now. Shortly, we're going to touch base with senior politics reporter Ziyanda Ngobo, who's also stationed in another part of Nkandla. We're watching these dozens of people continue to converge on the area outside former President Jacob Zuma's home.